up, everybody? This your Monday guy Coley, and this week's topic is overcoming negative stigma. Um, I think that my answer is probably going to be pretty repetitive because I stated like in a lot of our videos, or if you watch my personal videos, or anything I say, excuse me, it's normally about love yourself. This transitions for you. But yeah, I'll still go over it again for those who are new to the channel or whatever. So, overcoming negative stigma. One way to look at it is how to let that stigma affect the way you live your life. The way, it will, but you don't have to think about it in the way that you present yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, like even just being black, okay, maybe you're a criminal or whatever, but you don't have to always have that in your mind to affect the way you treat other people. Like, if you're feeling like, oh, I'm trans, nobody's gonna like me, so I'm just gonna isolate myself, how you gonna make friends? Stuff like that. You can't let it depict your actions. Don't start making that stigma be who you are, because the stigma is something that people, this is you, and they attach it to you, but it's really not who you are. And those that are real in your life, those people that really know you, those true friends that you have, they will see that they will know that stigma is not you. You know what I mean? I think that the stigma with being transgender is, I would say for me personally, I don't really like think about it too much. I don't really try to understand what the stigma is that people are putting on me and then try to go against it. I just live, you know what I mean? So I would say, like, don't even pay attention to it. Like, just disregard it. Just do you. Live the way you want to live, be yourself. But as far as overcoming it, to have that attitude, what I did was really focus on like self-cultivation. I know I've talked about this before. It was very important for me before I transitioned to understand myself, make sure that I knew what I was doing, and that I love myself enough to stand up for who I am and what I believe in, regardless of what anybody in society says. It's definitely important to have that self-love, and that can be contradicting, or it can conflict with you in your mind, because you can be like, how am I supposed to have this self-love if I have this dysphoria? Dysphoria is something that I feel like people need to work on themselves. Like, I know it's hard, I have dysphoria myself, I understand, but at a certain time, to like get to the next level of being comfortable with yourself and your body, because I think that what happens there with the negative stigma with transgender people is always about your body. Oh, you don't have this, or you have this, or something like that. It comes with being transgender. It's always about surgery. That's the stigma. It's always about surgery. Oh, you need this or you need that, or no matter what you get, you'll never be this or that. Stuff like that. So becoming comfortable with your body, I feel like, is something that's very important, because dysphoria stops a lot of people from doing a lot of things. So like, try to get up to different levels of being comfortable with yourself, because let's say you can't get top surgery, you can't get bottom surgery, you can't afford it right now, but you're working for it. While you're working for it, don't let your dysphoria from your body take you away from trying to socialize and make friends. Don't let it detour you from enjoying life. Basically, like, those things that make you uncomfortable that transgender people go through, don't let that take away from your happiness, from what you do every day, from what your dream career is, or your dream situation in life. Don't let it take you away from living your dreams, or trying to be what you want to be. Like, don't let any type of dysphoria take you away from doing that. Like, that's the main thing. And in order to do that, it starts with you, right? You got to be comfortable with, okay, this is my body, I'm gonna love it. So when somebody else come up to you and they tell you, oh, you don't have this or you don't have that, you're like, you check yourself, like, I love my body, like, I love me, I'm fine. Like, you don't like it, oh, that's cool. You know what I mean? Like I said in the last video, I think it was, I know who I am, I know what I believe, and that's all I need to know. So from there, you do what you need to do. You know what I'm saying? So, you believe this, about a certain body, being a transgender person, you love your body, and no matter what parts you have or what you do or what you don't have, you know that you are who you say you are, and that's very important because people are going to constantly try um uh to make you validate yourself. They're gonna want you to prove, but you don't have to prove yourself to anybody. You know what I mean? People are gonna try to invalidate you as well. So I mean, when it comes with that, that's what I think is very important when it comes to those stigmas. Because then when they try to attach that stigma to, it's like, this is you. They try to attach that stigma and you just don't let it touch you. Just keep following you, but you don't let it bother you. You just keep living your life. And I think that's very important when it comes down to getting over that. It's just self-love and, self-cultivate. Make sure that you can handle that shit. Because I know a lot of people in the transgender community, I try to like being around the community and being within the community, but it's hard for me because so many people in the community let it affect them to the point where they're not living, to the point where they gotta sit in a room all day and they have to, they're always freaking out and shit. Like, I know everybody has their different environments and different home situations, and everybody got their own situation. Not to take away from anybody's struggle, but at the end of the day, when you know that you only have one life and you have to cherish that, if you make the decision to tell people that you are transgender and to come out, make sure that you can make that decision and still live happily, so that when those stigmas come, you love yourself and you're happy and they cannot touch you. You got your own bubble of happiness, you feel me? And that stigma, it just can't phase you. Like, they can't fuck with you. You feel me? In so many words, like, that's what I think of the most. I mean, it's hard. I know it is. I mean, being open on this channel not easy. Um, but I would just say another thing. When people come to me with that, I can't really say much because that's all I have to say. It's like I keep saying the same thing. Love yourself. Be true to yourself. On my mom, they don't accept me. That's hard. Like, it is, especially when you're a teenager. You can't make your own decisions. You're under their financial care. Sometimes it takes patience. Maybe that's a sign that you may not be ready. If you believe in a higher power, maybe that's a sign that you're not ready to transition. You need to build yourself up. It's hard to tell people when they trying to overcome those stigmas. What do you say when your mom doesn't do this or do that? Sometimes you gotta be patient with the situations. I mean, that's another thing. When people pin those stigmas on you, it's important to don't be so defensive. Like I was saying, is being like, people just can't fuck with you. You don't gotta be so defensive. Like, oh, you're really a girl? Cool. Cool. Walk away. Don't waste your time with people trying to prove yourself to anybody. Like, that's not gonna do anything. That's not gonna get you anywhere. That's not gonna. At the end of the day, if somebody doesn't believe in transgender people and what body dysphoria is and transgenderness, all that shit, if nobody believes in that, you're not gonna sit there and prove them wrong. Especially if they're not willing to try to learn. If they're that person not willing to learn and they're just stuck in their ways, there's no point in you going back and forth. You feel me? No matter if that's family, friends, whoever they are, there's no point in trying to prove yourself to them. There's a point in trying to educate somebody that's willing to learn, but there's no point in trying to prove yourself and prove your identity to someone who's already set in their ways and will not change. Yeah, but as far as negative stigma and overcoming that, for me personally, like I said, I had top surgery one summer and it was after I graduated from high school. I didn't really have friends or anything, so I just sat in the house all day and just made myself better. Got ready to go to college and just be ready to stand out with my chest proud. And trust me, my first year, I may have been like ready when I went there, but when I got there, I was a little, I was never stealth. You feel me? Don't get me wrong, but coming out to people, oh, casual conversation. Oh yeah, what's your Instagram? What's your Snapchat? I wasn't just all happy. Like, I'm not gonna draw. I wasn't just like, oh, here. Like, I was more like, oh shit. Like, I was always like, oh shit, how is this gonna go? What are they gonna say? How is this gonna affect everything, you know. So like, I'm not saying that overcoming negative stigma is easy. I'm not saying that when you meet new people and you're afraid of that stigma, that they're gonna pin that stigma on you, that it's not gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard, but just go against giving in to that pressure that you have, or whatever, that negativity that comes with that stigma. Go against that. Don't let that shit get you down. Bottom line, learn to love yourself, learn to be proud of who you are, and never ever let that stigma come between you and living your life as a happy person and just being a human on this earth that's living life to the fullest. Go after everything that you want in life. Come for everything, no matter if you black, yellow, purple, trans, gay, whatever. You coming for everything. Ain't nothing gonna stop you. Ain't no glass ceiling. Ain't nothing. You feel me? Just make sure you don't let those stigmas stop you. Love yourself, and that's it. Ghetto flashlight here just fell on me. But yeah, so that's it. This your guy Coley, and I'm signing out. I hope I was helpful for y'all. I hope I gave y'all some valuable information. But yeah, thank you for watching my video. I appreciate it. Tune in to all of our videos and subscribe. Just a little off topic update. I'm 1 year on T in 8 days, and on my personal channel, which is Cole Carmen, I will have a 1 year on T update, but it probably won't be up by the 8th. Because I'm gonna make it like really big. I'm gonna make the best video that I can to, you know, show the transition in a good way. So that'll be coming up.